Hey guys, this is Erin with the Seasonal Soul. I have decided to start a Facebook Live challenge and create a video at least once a week to challenge myself and just to talk about whatever comes up and sort of how it relates to the season and what's happening energetically. So today is week 2 of my weekly Facebook Live challenge. So today what I wanted to talk about was I started doing a study of the tarot, or tarot as some people call it. I don't think there's a wrong way to pronounce it. But I've felt really drawn to tarot cards for a long time, and I felt like it was time for me to do a really deep dive into the meaning of the cards. So once a week, I am drawing a card, or once a day, excuse me, I'm drawing a card and just looking really closely at what that card means and the energy of the card and all of that. So I'm starting with the major arcana, which are the cards numbered 0 through 21. And these cards are really awesome because they represent the journey to enlightenment. They represent the journey our psyche takes to reach enlightenment. And this is really awesome because it also, I realized, totally relates to the season. That's exactly the same seasonal cycle that we go through every year, represents the journey to enlightenment. So that was kind of a huge aha for me. So I started today with the card numbered 0, which is the Fool. Can you guys see that? Fool. So the Fool is pretty awesome. This card you can see. This deck that I'm using is the Wild Unknown, and I find the artwork to just be like super intuitive. That is this deck. You can find it on Amazon or wherever. The cards are just super intuitive. So you can see the Fool here is a baby bird, just sort of getting ready to fly. Looks like spring. You can see some new buds, some new blossoms on the tree. So it really signifies new beginnings. The light in the background reminds me of the sunrise. So it's just all about new beginnings. And the baby bird so the Fool is all about leaving the nest. Do I leave the nest? Do I jump and fall? If I jump, I might make a big fool of myself, right? And the Fool is a little bit naive and inexperienced, but also spontaneous enough to just go for it, just jump. And, you might look like a fool if you jump, but it might also be fun. And the Fool doesn't care about looking foolish. The Fool just jumps. So this reminds me that you can't ever do anything without beginning, right? Like you always have to just kind of jump. And the only way to start something is to just go for it and risk falling and risk looking like a fool. But here's the thing is you can't soar, you can't fly, right? If you don't just jump. And sometimes you fall and sometimes you look like a fool and then you get up and you jump again. And this card also totally relates to, in my mind, to spring. This spring is the perfect time to embrace new beginnings. It's the perfect time to start things. We're planting seeds. We're embracing new opportunities. That's what spring is all about. And so it's a great time to don't worry about being a fool. Just embrace the new opportunities. And hello, April 1st is April Fool's Day. So the Fool and spring go totally together. So ask yourself, where can you embrace the fool in your life? For me, it's absolutely making these videos. I have felt called recently to make these videos to get my message out to you guys in this way. But it's super scary, right? And you can be damn sure that I have been worried about looking like a fool. But how can I ever get better and more comfortable at doing these videos like this if I don't just jump and do it? And sometimes I'm gonna look like a fool, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So that's a part of what this challenge is about, is just doing it, just jumping in, just starting, looking foolish sometimes. Sometimes I'm gonna fall flat on my face, but you know what? Sometimes I'm gonna fly. So I would love to leave you with that question. Where can you embrace the fool in your life and be a little bit more foolish and not get all caught up in your head about it? And it doesn't need to be something that's heavy, and don't worry about making everything perfect and doing everything perfect. The fool doesn't get all in her head about things. She just jumps, right? Like the baby bird on the card isn't worried about how it's going to look, how the other birds are going to think about it, what's everybody going to think. It just jumps. So I would love for you to take that with you moving forward this week. Think about where in your life you can embrace a curious attitude about starting something new. And don't worry so much about what other people are going to think or if you're going to look foolish. Just try it, and you might fly. So, okay, I will be back next week to look foolish again and talk to you about something else. So, I hope you have a great week, and thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.